Hello, everyone. This is Dirtisha Pollard, aka Honey Stuff. Right now, you see darkness. I want you to not look at me. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Years ago in the 90s, there was a show called The Truman Show by Jim Carrey. It's 2019 now. The Truman Show with Jim Carrey in it, he was adopted and it was a show and everyone had their eyes on him. Cameras, videotape, all types of stuff. But there's a difference with the Truman Show movie and my life. A couple times men have been trying to set me up. Yes, set me up. And not just them, other people. This not have happened to just me. I've heard it happen to others. But they came to me saying it in a different way. They would say stuff like the hood tried to set me up, or the hood set me up, or I would hear about women being killed and shot. I am now 40 years old, and not long ago, for a while, even when I didn't know I was being stalked, not only I, but my son, my family, and that's going on the second time a man, and this time it was more than one man. That's why this is a conspiracy against me. It is a time where people have Facebooks where they can befriend people of 5,000, 100K groups in secret or more. When someone put out a lie on you or just say you a rat or something negative, it's like the I-terminal humans with robots in their hands coming after you. And it's sickening. It's crazy. Not only have I been stalked in my home, I was stalked at places where I go. The gas station, Kroger's where these people have worked, just different locations. And it got to this point. At first I think it was like some undercover obsession to the point of where they was trying to stop it from being known. I kept recognizing that a phone number of that I had 734-829-2908, that cell phone would keep coming up missing during different times. And I'm thinking I lost my phone, but I started remembering that I was having it at home. And they would try to even bring it back in my home, and when I've had ordered it and knew it was missing, I had made plenty of police reports and nothing was being done because there was no broken entry. These people had found a way to come in my home and do what they were doing. But this wasn't the first that I've heard, and in my instance, I've heard stories before, but differently. I heard that, men in the neighborhood knew how to pull up the patio door. Men knew how to get in the windows. And I even used to hear about how the police officers where I am located in the district of Superior Township were scaring people in their own way, putting up video cameras by the, garbage can and harassing people and different things. Here it is. I know that some police officers are police officers. Some police officers aren't really police officers. People have changed their public records to get in different positions where they want to be, and now it has been between 18 or 20, and some of them more, some of them less. Some of them have been smart enough to cover their tracks, and some of them haven't. Some of them know that, they need other people information, so other people probably have lost their jobs to these people covering their tracks. I also know that in the hospitals and different high places that people have more than one identification. They live more than one life. And some things that you see on TV, well, baby, it's real, but it's just been changed. You see things where things have been hidden, and with this situation of mine, they was trying to hide things. They were trying to put me and my situation up underneath the bus. Not long ago, I was admitted into the psych ward. Admitted to the psych ward by manipulation of the law. My neighbors from 9180 to 9170 were stalking me and had other people stalking me. People have been coming and going through living in my hood, doing what they doing, and not everybody's lifestyle has been the best. I live in the hood, and it's not what people think is a good spot, but some people feel it's a good spot because they want to keep it hot. They see money in it. Monies. Yeah, big monies. Like drug monies. You know what I'm saying? But I have been in this location for years, and I do not fuss and fight, and with situations I've called the police. So around this time in 2019, I've been getting shares on Facebook and different things on Facebook, and I've been watching YouTubes and been on a chat site through Moco Space. Anybody in the world can get on Moco Space. Everybody's a catfish. And when you get online, if somebody want to talk to you, whether they're rich or poor or anybody hear of you, they can call you and they can get a hold, call their people and get a hold to you and come in a fake profile. And some profiles that are made have been copied over 5,000 times. That's just like if you had a profile and 50,000 people made a fake profile of you. Not only that, when you log in, you can be instantly hacked. And then they have control over your profile. They have people on Google, they have people in the hospital, police, they have people with the phone services. Not only that, you're on different chat sites, and people have friends that's deep and own certain situations like maybe energy, water places, any place. So meanwhile, as my phones are coming and going, I'm talking big Moco Space shit on the chat line of Moco Space. I knew there was neighbors there and people that I know and people I've met offline on there. But some of them I didn't know their exact location because they're constantly changing their fake catfish profiles. A person can make 300 profiles a day if they have that gift. Okay, so I got these new neighbors, been here a couple years. They acting extra friendly and nice all the damn time. Okay, but some of them I'm not getting along with, and I see some little underhanded hate. You know what I'm saying? Um, my son, he had a counselor named Christina Eubanks, and that was at Catholic Social Services in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the director last name is Gardner. Mind you, one of the neighbors' niece, I can't recall her name, Mary Clark's granddaughter, stays next to me. She's younger than me. Some of these people are younger than me, and some of them aren't. Okay? Now, Mary Clark's niece is keeping up shit all day and night and getting away with it. But, but meanwhile, at one time, there was a man who goes by Pills. Pills was staying next door to me with his wife and eventually left that apartment because his wife had left him. Okay, so one time I met this woman named Jika. Jika was staying with the neighbors at 9180, and I stay a few doors down from them. She's laughing and giggling like, why did he give up the information, this, that, one, other? And, he does bank fraud, credit card, and he laughing. But I didn't put it together because at the time, he was called hungry out of her mouth. And so the neighbors, Devin and Heaven, had not answered the door for 24 hours. She had stayed the night at my house, and me not having a bunch of people in my home, I was up the whole time. Jika stayed with them for a short period of time, but I feel like they heard her talking about everything, so they kicked her out that night because Jika was talking about how she spied on their brother who lived at 9172, who she's in love with. Okay, so mind you, 9186, 9184, and 9182 are all next to each other. I'm in the middle. 86 and 82 are seen every now and then at first, okay? But after a while, Christina Eubanks, the girl whose baby daddy was going by DJ, was seen more often, and they were showing their ass every night. Not only that, Alyssa next to her company and their company kept having these people lean and all on my car. And even Pills was just so bold that he just sits his big fat ass on people's car. And these niggers act like they ain't been raised right, because I don't care if you are a neighbor, you are a stranger. Even if you do something nice for a neighbor, you are a stranger. Don't nobody have to deal with you or anything. One time, Pills left his number in my door because I used to give out condoms and food and different stuff, and said if I want to use them with him, I could. My mother and my son seen his phone number in the message. Okay, no. This man and his family from 9172 to 9180, plus other women and people, were stalking me. They kept getting a hold to my phone. And I would have emergency phones. They kept coming in. Mind you, my son had his own stuff with a lock on it. But it was something about my phones that they were trying to keep getting a hold to. It was a young lady, and she still lives there, in 9170. Tall, petite, dark-skinned young lady with, I believe, some daughters. I haven't seen all her kids and don't know how many she had. But sometimes she will be walking when she was doing her spying for these people by herself. And I never did pay her attention. I would just see her always on her porch. And when she would be stalking me, she'd be laughing and talking on her phone. See, these people were so bold, they were telling on themselves. They didn't care because they have social worker friends, they have police friends, they have people in the U of M. See, the one neighbor who's the niece of who used to be my son's therapist, Christina Hugh Banks' niece, her baby daddy DJ would also be hanging with a young man named RJ, and different ones. Now, while I'm on Mogul Space, I'm meeting all types of people online and don't believe everything that I see. But they were making and putting everything circling me. And I was wondering why things were circled up on me. They said that they were gonna set me up. And the whole time, they didn't know that I knew that Peel's hungry, does bank fraud, does credit card fraud, drugs, and different things and whatnot. Also, they had a white lady that would come, might tap me, be might tapping everything that I said, and some other females. These people came into my home bugging old phones. They came in stealing, replacing stuff. Some stuff was look-alike. Some was the shit they could not make look-alike. Down to the motherfucking scale. Not only were they coming in stealing things and exchanging things down to the T, they were setting up the doorknobs with old doorknobs so in case they had to lock themselves in the bathroom or something, I don't know. Every time my son and I would leave our home, they were coming in. They also continued to tell on themselves. I was being threatened. My son's life was being threatened. Also, while I'm on Mogul Space, on Facebook, people were hinting, telling names, and giving certain things away. But I was waiting and would, even though I know they were hacking at a time, I was making sure that I knew I was being hacked. It got to the point I started pulling down scanners. I was constantly making police reports. And They started to really slip up a lot. When me and my son would leave, I would buy a brand new phone and they would scratch it up, tear it up, and hook it up to some type of Wi-Fi. And it reminds me of a movie how, like, they can buy or have stuff already made or get a hold to your phone and the phishing stick. I was somewhat introduced on Facebook by different hacking groups. So I had to get the spying on Facebook. But I had about 5 or 6 Facebook, and I was setting up something for talent because I noticed how many views that I was getting. Hundreds of people, somehow because of whatever they were doing, even had access to be able to hack my phones. I was pulling IP and MAC addresses. I mean, what is it called? MAC addresses, not MAC addresses. With some of the scanners, if you don't have cash, they give you so many times that you can locate the people that is hacking and stalking you. So it reminded me of an old movie because, see, once a virus is sent to you, it could just constantly. And they had an obsession and still do. So I'm trying to find everything legal and get the police up on game with what these people are doing in the neighborhood and around the world, but not really pertaining to around the world, what I'm dealing with my fucked up neighbors. Also, one of the neighbors had been there for years. He go by Baby John, and this one nigga that wanted to brag to the whole internet, Daryl Phillips, um, was mad because I told everyone he need Viagra. If that's what you call sex, fuck you. You know, a long time ago a man lied on me and he said he had sex with me and told people that, and when I confronted him he said, what are you gonna do about it? But now that I became grown, you could tell the motherfucking truth. Fuck you. If that's what you call sex, motherfucker, get you some goddamn Viagra. So anyways, all through my house, they were putting holes, video cameraing me. I would even see men that looked like maintenance men had vehicles like the maintenance men, but they were big old white dudes like police officer going into other people's house. Pills, Shelly, Alyssa, Uka, and a couple other neighbors had forgot at one time they told me they were plotting to get rid of my old landlord. Her name was Nancy Hopper. Hooper. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I didn't really think nothing of it, and I really didn't think she was going to be leaving the job. I thought maybe it was a mistake. They were saying that the woman had messed up the utility checks and was spending the cash, and that they had a man on the inside too that was telling them everything, and they knew that it was true, and they was gonna get rid of Miss Nancy Hopper. So Nancy Hopper and the secretaries coming and going, and we get a colored landlord from Inkster, Wayne area, you know. And so I started showing and telling this woman and proving it. Here it is, the landlord, she believes she up on game, but Superior Township They full of shit. And Deputy Trevor, he wanna act like I got mental issues, and I'm like, motherfucker, check these motherfucking cameras, 'cause they got access to the goddamn cameras. They motherfucking mic tapping, and they doing shit through the motherfucking Bluetooth. And I had figured out how all these motherfuckers was stealing and getting away through shit by stalking people through Bluetooth. Access through anything through Bluetooth. They had people even in Washington, D.C. through T-Mobile dealing with him. They had motherfuckers that know how to sit and work at Google to fuck with them. You know, you have to understand that there is people all over the world, and they are stealing to keep a come up and to come up for them and their friends. Like, while they were blue bugging me, they were trying to tear down my Facebook pages and take over them. And how one got caught is because one of them, through Black Hole and D-Nulled hackers named Susan Preston, her info came up in my email, xhoneystuffx@gmail.com. I no longer use that email, but she's probably still in there transferring her funds over in there and sweepstakes stuff while she's being nosy, seeing what's going into my emails that I'm not even reading. To get her cash, to do her Facebook, to do her YouTube. See, these people are porn stars. Some of these people, like I said, are police supervisors in different places, and they also are in corporate positions. Um so meanwhile, I put my mom in the situation, and she's irritating the fuck out of me. I have a condition, and she have a condition. So towards the end of this shit, when it's all going down, because see how I knew they was really, after I got them scanners, I was already naked and already being watched. I started doing freaky stuff in the fucking phone, and that way I knew by their reactions that they were seeing everything and hearing everything that I was doing. The brother was telling on them. It was just, and they was bold. They had a man that was out here, and every now and then that drives a rotor truck, and also another tan van, coming and blocking the cameras and everything, So one night I just was being followed, and I knew it, and the guy didn't notice pills that I knew that he had changed vehicles. I had already put on one of the voicemail of the police his motherfucking license plate number, Deputy Trevor, and told him about, maybe they got a vice or something electronically. That's how they get in my van. I know maybe a couple times I leave the motherfucker unlocked, but they left a little thing, little blue shit that looked like a Bluetooth and about 5 keys and some crowbars and shit. Because they was, I guess, ready to attack me, because I knew how they all was stealing at Walmart, and how they are doing malware phishing fraud. Meanwhile, I had already hit 30 mil in different Facebook, videos, and some of these groups is real, and some of them is fake, and some of them are through people of color, and just me making videos by myself also. So, this guy used to always talk about ABC 1, 2, 3, and see, I start writing down everything that was being done to me. Like hacking as easy as ABC123. How easy it is to take down a Gmail because that's what the fuck they did to me. Also, mic tapping, Bluetooth hacking, everything. So me and my mom had fell out. I told her get the hell up out my house because sometimes we just don't fucking get along. And I had to tell her and her husband that because they was acting retarded as a motherfucker. And I don't know if they was scared, but bitch, I ain't never gonna be scared of none of you no good ass motherfuckers that was hacking and stalking and might still be stalking and who broke into my motherfucking home. And the motherfuckers that you seeing, fuck you, shove a pussy dick up your motherfucking mouth. If you ever hear this shit. Anyways, crisis kept following me. But I was busy living my best life, and it was around my birthday. And around my birthday, on my birthday, they oldest brother that told on they motherfucking ass was following me to the goddamn place where I guess he could close me off where no one is and say whatever the fuck he was gonna say, but I sped the fuck off. Um, so they had been doing plenty of slip-ups because when my phone came up missing, it was text and they was talking about their family who was Petermans. And so Petermans, Phillips, the Hugh Banks, some of the carts, whatever last name these motherfuckers that live by me go by. They names was coming up. And so when me and my mom fell out over 6 police cars came out here and it got too hot. So, 9182 and 9186, a Caldwell and a Ford, and, them DJ and them, they was missing for a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? And they both picked up at the same time, and you know what? My landlord did notice that. And, but still after they left, some shiesty ass shit continued to happen. And I had made some changes one day, and that's when I seen the Phillip boy couldn't, his thinking ass couldn't motherfucking stop coming over by Baby John house. And around the 22nd of May, I fell out with pills because his ass constantly stalking, and I was trying to get that license plate number and couldn't see. So he threatened me because I was trying to get that license plate because he knew whatever the fuck his no good ass was